9 signs you have high cortisol. Hello, everyone. Billions of people worldwide have high levels of a stress hormone called cortisol. Too much cortisol can cause many different health problems, such as high blood pressure, the formation of belly fat, muscle weakness, and many other issues. So, to understand this, cortisol is the main stress hormone that is very important because it helps control inflammation in your body to prevent pain and swelling. It helps to control your sleep-wake cycle or your internal body clock. It helps regulate your blood sugars with the help of other hormones like insulin. It controls different parts of your metabolism and how your body converts food into energy. And it is also the fight or flight hormone that helps your body adapt to danger and gives you energy to escape or fight in a threatening situation. Unfortunately, if your cortisol becomes out of balance, too high or too low, it can cause some major physical health problems and mental health challenges as well because of how it affects the brain. In this video, we're going to take a look at the top 9 common signs of high cortisol levels and why this happens so that you can become aware. I'll also share some simple lifestyle changes and remedies that you can use to help bring your cortisol levels back to a healthy range. Just a quick reminder, his video is for educational purposes only, so do speak to your doctor if you have any medical concerns. Number 1, loss of leg muscle. Loss of buttocks and thighs. One of the most common signs of high cortisol is when the muscles in your thighs or buttocks start to waste away, but belly fat starts to appear. You often see this in older people, especially men over the age of 50, where their legs become extremely thin, yet they get a buildup of hanging fat around the stomach. The high cortisol is breaking down the muscle proteins in the legs and turning them into sugar to give you energy. And then another hormone is converting this new sugar from your blood into belly fat. High cortisol is usually caused by stress and nutrient deficiencies. Number 2, high blood pressure. You may have heard about how stress can cause high blood pressure or hypertension. It does this by raising cortisol. If your brain or body thinks that there is a threat, it will release cortisol to narrow your arteries and trigger adrenaline to boost blood flow and give you fast energy. It does this so that you can fight or run away in a threatening situation, such as defending or escaping from a lion. This is perfectly normal. However, if you suffer from sustained stress for longer periods, this puts pressure on your blood vessels and keeps your blood pressure high long term, which raises the risk of heart disease and stroke. If you find this information useful at all, please like, subscribe, and turn all notifications on to stay updated with my latest health and nutrition tips. Number 3, breathing problems. Cortisol helps to keep inflammation under control in the body, especially in your lungs and respiratory system. Unfortunately, if you have too much cortisol for long periods, you start to get cortisol resistance. Basically, cortisol stops working normally as it should inside your cells. This often causes the lungs to become very inflamed, and the little bronchial tubes can start to get thicker and clogged up with mucus. This causes long-term lung diseases and breathing problems like asthma and COPD. This is why doctors often prescribe cortisol inhalers, because your own cortisol has stopped working properly and you need a boost. Number 4, cold sores. Cold sores are itchy, tingling, sore blisters that appear on the lips around the mouth and can often split and cause pain, especially when you're eating. You may have noticed that these tend to occur when you are feeling low or have recently gone through stress. Cortisol in the right amounts helps to keep your immune system working properly and suppress viruses so that they cause no problems in your body. However, if you recently had a surge in cortisol because of stress or you're not getting enough sleep, these viruses can come out of remission and trigger a cold sore. The same thing happens with other infections like the cold and flu. Too much stress triggers an overproduction of cortisol, and this lowers your immunity. Number 5, anxiety. Anxiety is a situation where you constantly feel uneasy, tense, or stressed, like there are problems that you need to solve but not enough time to do them. Even when there is nothing to worry about, you will find a way to worry. This is anxiety, which is caused by sustained high levels of cortisol. Your nervous system is constantly primed for attack or defense and is locked into the fight or flight mode. This keeps your muscles tight, and over long periods of time, you may develop chronic aches and pains in your muscles, your joints, and especially around your shoulders and throat. Later in the video, I'll be talking more about how to get this hormone under control and turn off this anxious response. Number 6, acid reflux. If you have regular bouts of heartburn, acid reflux, and a burning sensation in your chest, this may be triggered by high levels of cortisol or stress. Cortisol turns off certain parts of your digestive system so that your energy is focused on defense or attack. Over long periods of time, however, high cortisol levels can prevent the normal production of stomach acid, enzymes, and bile, causing a flare-up of acid reflux. Number 7, waking up around 2 to 3 a.m. If you often wake up between 2 and 3 a.m. and find that you have a very overactive mind, this is a positive sign that you have too much cortisol in your body. You may find it very hard to get back to sleep because your brain is overthinking, trying to solve problems and make plans when you should be resting. I personally suffered from this many times before I understood what was happening. As cortisol controls your internal body clock, too much of it affects your sleep and keeps you alert because your body is in fight or flight mode. Number 8, back pain and headaches. When cortisol levels are high for a long period of time, your adrenal glands begin to become exhausted. This increases prolactin levels, increasing the body's sensitivity to pain, such as back and muscle pain. Excessive cortisol has also been shown to shrink parts of the brain, such as the hippocampus, and can trigger migraines. Number 9, high blood sugar under stressful conditions. Cortisol provides the body with glucose by using protein stores through gluconeogenesis in the liver. This energy can help the individual fight off or escape the stressor. However, elevated cortisol in the long term constantly produces glucose, which leads to elevated blood sugar levels. Cortisol is a multifaceted and multifunctional hormone that is important for the science of nutrition and good health on many levels. Understanding its functions, including its behavior and relationships with other biochemical components, the immune system, and the endocrine system, is crucial for controlling elevated cortisol levels as well as conditions characterized by them. Thank you so much for watching my video today, and as always, I wish you great health, wealth, and happiness.